Dear students of 12th standard, very pleasant morning. Once again, welcome back to the zoology class through this e-learning medium. We are discussing chapter number 1, reproduction in organisms. In this chapter, we are discussing various modes of asexual reproduction in detail. The various modes of asexual reproduction are fission, sporulation, budding, gemule formation, fragmentation, and regeneration. In the previous video, we learnt what is fission, various types of fission, and binary fission in detail. Today, we are going to learn the other methods of asexual reproduction such as sporulation, budding, and gemule formation. So, the next method of asexual reproduction is sporulation. About sporulation, we have already discussed under the heading multiple fission. Some organisms form cysts during unfavorable conditions and multiplies within the cyst when favorable conditions return. This is called encystment. Sporulation also occurs during unfavorable conditions but without encystment. You got it? Multiple fission occurs in both, that is encystment as well as sporulation. Multiple fission occurs inside the cyst means that is called encystment. Multiple fission occurs without cyst means that is called sporulation. You got it? Now let us see what is sporulation. In sporulation, first the nucleus divides into many pieces and surrounded by nuclear membrane as shown in the figure. Then each nucleus is surrounded by cytoplasm and spore case. You can observe in this picture. When favorable conditions return, the parent body disintegrates and the spores are released. Each spore develops into young organism. It occurs in amoeba. Sporulation and encystment are more or less similar. Now let us see the another method of asexual reproduction, that is budding. In budding, the parent body produces one or more buds and each bud grows into a young one. The buds separate from the parent to lead an independent normal life as shown in the diagram. The examples are hydra and sponge. There are two types of budding seen in animals. They are exogenous budding and endogenous budding. Exogenous budding occurs when the food is plenty. That means when the food is enough or more than enough, the animal reproduces by exogenous budding. During exogenous budding, first the ectodermal cells increase and form a small elevation on the body surface. Then the ectoderm as well as endoderm are pushed out to form a bud. The bud contains a lumen in continuation with parent's gastrovascular cavity. Here you can see lumen and gastrovascular cavity. Lumen is nothing but the space within the body. When the animal grows, the lumen converted into gastrovascular cavity, which is used for digestion and other purpose. You got it? Here you can observe lumen and gastrovascular cavity. The bud develops mouth and tentacles and grow into a new organism. The fully grown organism finally separates from the parent body and leads to an independent life. This type of budding occurs in Hydra. But in some organisms, the buds are formed inside the cytoplasm and many remain within the body of the parent. This method of budding is called endogenous budding. It occurs in an organism called Noctiluca. Now let us see what is gemule and how it is formed in some organisms under the heading gemule formation. In freshwater sponges and in some marine sponges, a regular and peculiar mode of asexual reproduction occurs by internal buds. These internal buds are called gemmules. A fully grown gemmule is a hard ball containing an internal mass of food-laden cells called archeocytes. Here you can observe the cells called archeocytes. Gemmules look like a hard ball within the body of sponges. Archeocytes are food stored cells found inside the hard ball. During unfavorable conditions, the sponge disintegrates, but the gemmules withstand the adverse conditions. Adverse conditions means unfavorable environmental conditions. When the conditions become favorable, the gemmules begin to grow into new young individuals. You got it? Dear students, through this video, we have learnt various methods of asexual reproduction such as sporulation, budding, and gemmule formation. I will meet you again in the next class with the information about other methods of asexual reproduction. Thank you. Take care.